Every time a new anime drops with a little fan service, the internet loses its mind. Why are they sexualizing kids? This is disgusting. But here's the thing, fan service isn't new and it's honestly not going anywhere. And maybe the real issue isn't anime, it might actually be us. It's time we talk about it. And before we go any further, I want to make something crystal clear. I am not defending the sexualization of real or underage people. And I'm also not saying that you have to like fan service. But what I am saying is that if we're gonna have this conversation, we need to have it honestly, consistently, and with some cultural awareness inside of it. Because right now, the way people talk about it, it's honestly very selective. First, let's talk about something that people constantly ignore. Japan isn't the West. The age of consent is different, the cultural attitudes are different, and the manga and anime that comes from these Japanese creators are written for Japanese audiences. When these mangaka include fan service, they're not sitting there thinking, how can I make the Americans mad today? They're writing off their cultural norm and their legal system. Characters that people in the West would call underage is actually legal in Japan. Like those are their adults. Or they're fictional characters that don't age like real people at all. The characters that most people specifically complain about seems to be Momo Ayase from Dandadan and Tamaki from Fire Force. The thing that most people don't know that in Japan, those two women are of age. Momo Ayase being 16, which is the legal age of consent and being an adult in Japan. And Tamaki being 17, which is 1 year older than the age. Now it is a little weird that they choose the literal lowest age to start making these characters, but it's actually still legal, so I can't do anything about it. But I can hear you now. Okay, Damage, what about Bonnie? She's like 10 or 12 in One Piece and they sexualize her all the time. What I'm about to say sounds crazy, but listen. So her actual age is 10 to 12, but the age fruit lets her change her appearance. According to sources, the Bonnie that we see is 24 technically. The fan service is being written based off a 24-year-old appearing woman. So yes, it's weird that they know she's actually a kid, but these people are attracted to the 24-year-old version of that person. So again, we kind of got to let them have it. But if you transform into a kid and they maintain that sexualization, there's nothing I can say. We got to just lock them up. So when the Western audiences say remove the fan service, you're pretty much just saying take your culture, throw it out and add mine in there instead, which they do not have to, because you have to remember this is their media that you're consuming, not the other way around. Now this is where hypocrisy really kicks in. People will cancel an anime because a 16-year-old character is being sexualized, and okay, that's fair for you to do. But then go binge watch Euphoria where the main characters are in high school, which puts them usually at underage. And the show is typically being applauded for being raw and authentic. Remember, the moral stance is the sexualization of minors, and fan service being a part of that is the problem. People will rage about the sexualization of minors, but then buy their kid a two-piece bikini, which is the same exact thing as bra and panties they sell in these stores like Victoria's Secret or Pink. Stores that sell off of sex appeal. And if you didn't know, a two-piece bikini and bra and panties are the same thing. One just goes in the water and one goes, I guess, in the bedroom. I just feel like the logic isn't consistent. But honestly, our entire entertainment industry is sexualized. Sex scenes in movies, ads, OnlyFans, and music videos. Sex sales is not a myth, it's honestly a global marketing strategy at this point. But when Japan does it in animation, for some reason it's a moral apocalypse. Let's spin back on hypocrisy. A lot of people do complain about fan service, but it's primarily only to female characters. But nobody defends the sexualization of male characters in any way, even when they're under the age of 18 in America or 16 in Japan. How many people have pictures together with these characters and call them their boyfriend? You know, the pictures of the girls or the guys in the mirror with characters like Naruto or Sasuke. Usually from the beginning of Shippuden, which makes them 15. Now that's illegal in Japan and America. And that's just one example. We know they do it in anime as well, but if you guys have any answer as to why one gender seems to be protected against fan service and the other one not, please let me know in the comments below. I genuinely want to know. Let me explain something I'd like to coin the two-step attraction process. There's acknowledgement, the ability to just see something and notice it. Like if you see someone and your brain says, I see that person. Step 2 would be perversion or a sexual thought. You now begin to think things in another manner. I'm not gonna say any examples because you know what you think. But what you don't understand is that most people actually stop at step 1. They identify the objective truth about something and then have no opinion about it after that. So step 2 never happens. The two steps are separate and don't always lead into another. So if I'm watching an anime that has fan service, I could literally acknowledge it's on the screen but have no other thought about it. I'm not over here asking for fan service, I don't enjoy it, but I'm also indifferent to it like a lot of other anime fans. If you genuinely believe that the sexualization of fictional characters or children, even if they're real or not, is wrong, that's completely fine. But I beg you to be consistent. Don't watch shows like Euphoria where teenagers are literally having sex. Don't buy your kids two-piece bikinis, which is the same thing as bra and panties. Do not consume any media that sexualizes teenagers, whether it's real or fake. Because the problem is not people having a moral stance. The problem is when it only applies to anime as if it's a different type of moral universe. So if you're going to take that stance, apply it everywhere, not just when it's convenient. Fanservice is a tool, and that's it. It's used to attract audiences, sell products, add comedic relief, or add romantic tension to an anime. Sometimes it's tasteful, and sometimes it's not, and that's fine, you don't have to like it. But saying anime should never have fanservice is telling a mangaka exactly how to write their story, and they're most likely never gonna do that. There's even a fanservice genre that even I don't like, which is the assault version of it. Examples being what the aliens attempted to do to Momo in season 1 of Dandadan, or even what I heard goes on the beginning of season 2 at the hot springs. It does increase the fear of the situations that are happening, which does add to the plot. But personally, I just don't like it, and that's completely fine. But whether you like it or not, fanservice exists because it works. The same way romance sells, sex sells, drama sells, and action sells. It always has, and it probably always will. So here's where we land. If fanservice makes you uncomfortable, that's fine. Skip the scene, skip the anime, critique it, have the discussion. But let's stop pretending this is some uniquely evil anime problem. Let's talk about cultural context instead of flattening everything to your specific worldview. Because if your stance is selective, it's not a real stance. It's honestly just an outrage. So is fanservice actually the problem, or do we refuse to just look in the mirror? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I know this is a heated topic, so let's keep it respectful amongst each other. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and you want to hear other real anime discussions, let me know by leaving a like on the video and subscribing. We have real conversations around here.